มสาระความรู้ก่อนใครได้ที่ RSU Wisdom TV ทางระบบทีวีดาวเทียมหรือผ่านแอปพลิเคชัน RSU Wisdom TV ดาวน์โหลดแอปพลิเคชันได้ที่ Google Play และ App Store
Welcome back to ASEAN Challenge. Into ASEAN Interview now, a special insightful update, a special piece we have for you in the South China Sea. Right.
ครับในช่วงสุดท้ายนี้นะครับช่วง ASEAN Interview ครับก็มีเรื่องราวที่น่าสนใจนะครับโดยเฉพาะอย่างยิ่งข้อมูลลึกๆเกี่ยวกับประเด็นในทะเลจีนใต้ครับ
Let's check it out. Filipino activists welcome an international arbitration ruling favoring the Philippines in a dispute with China over the South China Sea. Filipino nationalists and supporters welcomed an international arbitration court decision on the South China Sea favorable to Manila and condemned by Beijing on Tuesday. An arbitration court ruled on Tuesday that China has no historic title over the waters and that it's breached the sovereign rights of the Philippines with its actions there. Activists in the Philippine capital erupted in cheers as the decision was announced.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is an absolute victory. So, mabuhay tayo! Mabuhay!
Joy Ban-ek, spokeswoman of Kalayan Atin Ito, or Freedom That's Ours, a nationalist group that has been traveling to the disputed islands, called for China to abide by the ruling. China, which has boycotted the hearings at the Permanent Court of Arbitration in The Hague, vowed again to ignore the ruling and said its armed forces would defend its sovereignty and maritime interests. The ruling is significant as it is the first time that a legal challenge has been brought in the dispute, which covers some of the world's most promising oil and gas fields and vital fishing grounds. The court has no power of enforcement, but a victory for the Philippines could spur Taiwan, Vietnam, Malaysia, and Brunei to file similar charges. China claims most of the energy-rich waters through which about $5 trillion in shipborne trade passes every year. Neighbors Brunei, Malaysia, the Philippines, Taiwan, and Vietnam also have claim. A UN-backed tribunal has ruled against China in a bitter row over territorial claims to the South China Sea that's likely to ratchet up regional tensions. China says the arbitration court in The Hague has no jurisdiction in the multinational dispute, and it refused to take part in the case. China, in its own words, does not accept and does not recognize the Hague Tribunal judgment, according to its state media agency Xinhua. The tribunal today ruled that China has no historic rights or title to the waters of the South China Sea. The five-member tribunal has the power to make a decision that cannot be appealed. However, it has no means to enforce the verdict, with compliance left to the parties concerned. China asserts sovereignty over almost all of the strategically vital waters in the face of rival claims from its Southeast Asian neighbors. It was taken to court by the Philippines in 2013, saying that after 17 years of negotiations, it had exhausted all political and diplomatic avenues. The 1.2 million square miles of water are of key value strategically. Shipping lanes vital to the world trade pass through here, carrying everything from raw materials to finished products as well as enormous quantities of oil. Scientists also believe that the seabed could contain unexploited oil, gas, and minerals. China's land reclamation program has been very aggressive. Satellite pictures now show inhabited islands where there was once only submerged coral, and many have multiple facilities, including some with runways long enough for huge planes. Washington says the waters are international and regularly sends its warships there on so-called freedom of navigation missions. China says these missions are provocations and warns the U.S. not to interfere. It regularly stages its own exercises in the area as a show of force. And that was ASEAN Challenge this week. Thanks for tuning in. And that wraps up the show, and we'll see you again soon. สวัสดีค่ะ
สวัสดีครับ